Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another Bookward Bound. This is actually episode 50. 50 consecutive days of me going live at around the same time every day to work on the book that I want to have done by January 1st, 2021. This whole thing is called Bookward Bound because that's what I am. I'm Bookward Bound. I'm trying to do 301 consecutive live streams working on the book, so that it will actually be publishable via Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing by January 1st of 2021. And so what I'm doing is I'm, one, making a commitment to you to actually do these live streams, and then two, I'm actually doing the live streams because it's the only way I'm going to get this darn book done. In fact, it's been a bit of a trek already, only 50 days in. So let's see, I have 251 to go. Is that right? 50. Holy cow. I have 251 more live streams to do in order to get this book in shape, or that's my deadline. That's my goal. So what am I doing today? I'm actually going to do some writing in the book. In this case, I'm going to be writing in a section that I call MD. You can see right up there at the top. MD, CPA, PhD, EIEIO. And I'm making a point in here about before the name qualifications versus behind the name certifications. Don't get me wrong. Period. Semicolon. Certifications are more than necessary for a whole lot of great jobs and sustainable careers. But my beef with them, but personally, I think too many people put too much stock in gathering an alphabet meaning less acronyms after names when they really should be doing the type of thing generates personal brand that achieve some and more, making you not just another one of many, but truly one of one. There's only one Cher, one Oprah, one A at the end. So option E, Brown. There's only, I'm going to do this boy, girl, boy, girl. There's only one share, one. Okay, trying to think of a male brand. One. Fauci. Oprah's too easy. I'm going to put Oprah up front. Oprah. You get the idea. Now, at least two of the people on in that list have significant academic and professional degrees and credentials. Yeah. How they became the house. Old names they are demonstrating who they are, what they do, and how they do it in public. Demonstrating in public. Just take Brown's an example. She's got PhD, which would Brown doesn't in a very smart branding move. She's kept her uniquely spelled first name as the her moniker. Did you know that's not her first name? It's not. She was christened hey. Just christen. Makes me smarter. Up on my radar number of years ago. That TED Talks, personal life. Do they even talk about the power vulnerability? Yeah, 2012. I was on a TED Talk binge watch for 2012 presentation. Ability was fantastic. From a newly minted PhD in social work. (2002) international leader. Just 10 years. How'd she do it? She demonstrated her work on stage at TED. Sure. doesn't hurt that she's a natural on stage and as immediately personable as a Labrador Retriever. But she was talking about her deep research into vulnerability. Shame. I gotta look up that. Let's go to TED and look up Brene Brown. One of the good things about writing these days is that you've got instant fact checking available to you simply by hitting the Google on a regular basis, which is something I definitely do.
So I'll start with this. A couple of years ago, an event planner called me because I was going to do a speaking event. And she called and she said,
yeah, 47.
I'm really
crap.
struggling with how to write about you on the
47.
little flyer.
I'm going to quote the
Well,
whole
what's
number.
the struggle? And she said, well, I saw you speak, and I'm going to call you a researcher, I think, but I'm afraid if I call you a researcher, no one will come because they'll think you're boring and irrelevant.
3-2.
And I was like, okay. And she said, but the thing I liked about your talk is, you're a storyteller. So I think what I'll do is just call you a storyteller. And of course, the academic, insecure part of me was like, you're going to call me a what? And she said, I'm going to call you a storyteller. And I was like, oh, why not Magic Pixie?
Yet, comma, check it out. Now, I don't want this to be a link, so I'm hoping I can get rid of the link. Like remove link or something. I'm pretty sure I can do that somehow. No style. All right, I'll have to do that later when I go through the book. I wonder if I can just go. No. I don't want a link. Please, sir. I don't want a link. How can I get rid of this link? I wish you would go away, link. Link. I don't know. I'll figure it out some other time. Seen it yet? Check it out. Sure. Yes, it wasn't quite that easy for sure. For sure. Sir, for sure. Yeah. in a very human way and is immediately personable. Likable as the Labrador Retriever. But she was talking about her deep research into vulnerability. Shame. All the stuff we never want to talk about. So guess what? She is now the one of one expert on such things for all of us lay people who don't spend their days reading academic journals. And there are a lot more of us than there are then. There's only one S in Cassandra. Cassandra. Was never any which Cassandra confusion in the Rogers household because her name was contextually unique. Smart times 3. Dun, 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 dun. So how many honorary degrees Oprah? I'm sure she's got a buttload. She has 4 honorary doctorates from Princeton, Howard University, Duke, and Harvard. Oh my God. Lordy. 4. Princeton, Howard University, Howard, Duke, and Harvard. There's only one Oprah, one Dr. Anthony Fauci, one Brene Brown. You get the idea. Now, at least two of the people in that list have significant academic and professional degrees. Academic degrees and professional credentials. And the other has earned 4 honorary doctorates from Howard. No, I think I want to leave that parenthetical. Comma. But you know how they became the household names they are? By, say it with me. Demonstrating who they are and how they do it in public. How they do it in public. Stayed in her topic. Yes, it is her topic to the vast majority of the English speaking world. You're going to seek out her books, her lectures, and her conferences. I think she has conferences. And her live events, let's just say, and her live events. And her live events. Is in a normal world University of Houston. University of Houston rating. And the thing is, in a normal world, teaching really obscure field. Relatively obscure field at the university rated number 185 by U.S. News and World Report. see. Witness protection program. Let's go in a normal world. In a normal world, teaching a relatively obscure subject. System. But she was able to hack the usual system by forgoing science timing gather via this new free thing called internet. She started as a TEDx, I think. Let's look up that. Power University for Vulnerability. That's a TEDx Houston. And the killer thing is that her first TED talk wasn't even an official TED talk. It was the kids' table of TEDx Houston presentation. Listening to Shame. Oh, hold on. Which one? Listening to Shame is March 24th. That's the first one I saw. June 2010. Okay, 2010. Yeah.
So I'll start with this. A couple of years ago, an event planner called me because I was going to do a speaking event. And she called and she said, I'm really struggling with how to write about you on the little flyer. And I thought, well, what's the struggle? And she said, well, I saw you speak, and I'm going to call you a researcher, I think, but I'm afraid if I call you a researcher, no one will come because they'll think you're boring and irrelevant. And I was like, okay. And she said, but the thing I liked about your talk is, you're a storyteller. So I think what I'll do is just call you a storyteller. And of course, the academic, insecure part of me was like, you're going to call me a what? And she said, I'm going to call you a storyteller. And I was like, oh, why not Magic Pixie? I was like, let me think about this for a second. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my TEDx Houston talk. I woke up the morning after I gave that talk with the worst vulnerability hangover of my life. And I actually didn't leave my house for about 3 days.
2 years.
The first time I left was to meet a friend for lunch.
Later.
And when I walked in, she was already at the table, and I sat down, and she said, "God, you look like hell." I said, "Thanks. I feel really, I'm not functioning." And she said, "What's going on?" And I said, "I just told 500 people that I became a researcher to avoid vulnerability, and that when being vulnerable emerged from my data as absolutely essential to wholehearted living, I told these 500 people that I had a breakdown."
Again. Better. Of you. Getting past the feelings of shame, the what feelings of shame, the inevitable. Past the inevitable feelings of shame. Becoming truly vulnerable and fearlessly demonstrating who you are, who you are, what you do, and how you do it. So now I got to take this and just as a reminder, who you are, what you do, and how you do it. I think I probably need to do that. So that's something I'm going to add here. You are I want to. Oh, I'm Davey 504. Oh, I'm totally going to talk about Davey 504. Oh, I'm excited now. Okay, so this is kind of funny. I came down here going, I'm going to write for a little bit. I have to do this. And all of a sudden I look up and go, oh my gosh, how long have I been on here? 41 minutes. And how many words did I write? Hold on, I need to flag this. Just give it a red flag to indicate that I haven't written this section yet, idiot. I'm going to give this a yellow one, which means you've started to write it, but it's not done yet. Who you are, what you're doing. Davey. What's 504? Hold on. Gotta look that up on YouTube. I gotta talk to that guy, get him on my podcast, damn it. Davey 4. What's up, slappers? 530 videos. Wow. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. So, I want to see how many words I wrote. Not that I'm going crazy. 101 differentiator. So 655 words. I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. I feel good about that. I feel like I've really made some progress here. And this book is getting better, and better, or more exciting for me to work on every time because I'm starting to go, oh, here's a new idea. And the fact is, the way my mind works, this is the right way for me to write. If I were to try to do everything on paper ahead of time, it's not the way my mind works. It's not the way my brain works. I found this out a long time ago when I started doing improvisational theater. I was much better at being in the moment than I was even at learning lines for theater. I could memorize stuff pretty quickly, but I could do a whole lot better if I didn't have to memorize lines at all. If instead I listened and I felt and I was truly in the moment. And so my writing style is very much in the moment, and this is a great way for me to do it. So making a commitment to you to actually do this live to an audience of basically no one. Hi, no one. But still, I'm live streaming this. I'm demonstrating who I am, what I do, and how I do it in public to an audience of 0 or, it says there's 1, but I don't know who that would be. Hi, audience of 1. Whoever you are, identify yourself by typing your name in the comment box on whatever platform you're on. And just let me know you're watching and who you are, because I'd like to say, hey, thanks for watching. But anyway, I'm saying it anyway, even if you don't want to identify yourself. Hi, and thanks for watching. Because of you being here, it's forced me to be here, to be present, to be writing, and to be moving my book forward. So thank you very, very much. This has been a pretty good episode, 50. 50 consecutive days doing this. I'm amazed and a little daunted because that means there's 251 to go. That's crazy. Well, I'm going to do it with your help. So please keep me honest. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every Monday. We've got a great episode that came out this Monday with Egan Heath. Really had a fun conversation. He'll also be in next Monday's episode because I always do 2 consecutive ones with the same person. Really enjoyed talking with him, and I hope you'll like it too. Get the podcast wherever you get fine podcasts for free. Also, I'd love to invite you to join Nonfiction Brandversity, my free Facebook group. It's all you have to do is go on Facebook, search Nonfiction Brandversity, ask to join, and you're in after answering 3 questions to prove that you're not some type of malevolent bot. I don't personally think you are, but I could be wrong. And that's why I asked those questions. Thanks for watching tonight's theme music. Take us on out. All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.